Welcome back to another episode of Weapon Strip, episode number 19. This week I'm going to be checking out the SG553, courtesy of the Beast for leaving a comment last week, and that comment getting enough thumbs up the bum for me to be able to see it and showcase it in the next week's episode. So let's get some stats out of the way with first for the SG553. The magazine capacity is 30 plus 1 round in the chamber. The fire rate is 700 rounds per minute. The fire type is full to burst to semi-auto. And the reload time is 2.15 seconds and dropping down to about 2.65 seconds if the magazine is completely dry. The damage is 25% at 8 meters and then dropping down to 14.3% at 50 meters. Right off the bat, the first thing that I noticed with the SG553 was that there was a lot of horizontal recoil. So the first attachment that I would go to for this weapon would definitely be a foregrip. The second attachment that I would go for would definitely be a laser sight, because basically I found that this weapon wasn't accurate at all at mid-range. I would be trying to engage my targets and they would be outgunning me, and I would always be losing the gunfight. It might have something to do with the fact that it only shoots at 700 rounds per minute, which is kind of low. So by attaching the laser, it kind of allows you to spray and pray and hip fire, and you'd be quite surprised how accurate it makes this weapon. And if you do hit your target, I mean, it is also a powerful weapon. It will take out the target, but I would highly recommend the foregrip to reduce the horizontal recoil, like I just stated, and also attaching the laser on it to kind of help out with the hip firing and the close quarter engagements that you might be taking into consideration while trying to attack an MCOM. Another thing about the SG553 is that it's meh. It's just one of those weapons that is just like meh. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't really like using it. Don't get me wrong, the weapon does perform quite well in the right hands, but I don't think it's meant for me. But that's the beauty of weapon strips. Like I said in the past, it kind of gets me out of my comfort zone and allows me to try out weapons that I wouldn't necessarily use. It's just an average weapon. Kind of gets the job done, but I wouldn't suggest using it if you're going for a high kill feed or a crazy clip in Battlefield 3. I wouldn't suggest using it. Put it this way, if there's a zombie apocalypse and I went into a room full of weapons, I would not be like, yes, the SG553, I'll take that. I know I'm joking, but like, just keep in mind that this weapon and the opinions that I'm stating in the weapon strip videos are of my own. This weapon might work perfect for you, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't the case for me this week. So that leads me to my cookie rating. I'm gonna give the SG553 only 3 cookies out of 5. I know some of you might not agree with me, but like I said, it's how I feel and how I think it handled throughout the week, and well, to tell you the truth, it kind of let me down. I've been waiting for someone to leave a comment stating, try out the SG553, and I was excited to use it, and it just didn't really perform as well as I would like it to have performed. One thing I will say though is that the SG553 did handle quite well with Team Deathmatch. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I wasn't trying to rush an objective or plant or defuse anything, and I just was kind of focusing on targets rather than objective game styles. Maybe that's the case, so if you do love Team Deathmatch, I would highly recommend the SG553 and using the burst fired method, because using the burst fired mode on this weapon is quite nice. A lot of the engineer weapons don't actually have that option available. But anyways, as always, I'm Tazzy Cookie and I'm signing out.
To the early morning to break it down now.